Hello, welcome back to another episode of Dos Hermanitas in a Pod. I'm Miriam.
I'm Reese. This is Cosmo in all his glory.
And Oakley.
And
big
all of
boys. And all his thick glory.
They're both up here today.
I don't know if it's normal, but he has a lot of extra skin. Like, you can't see it maybe from this
it is
side.
a lot of extra skin.
Like, it's so much skin, dude. I don't remember him being so skinny. Oakley is obsessed with licking Cosmo anywhere, everywhere,
all at once.
the time.
Cosmo just wants to get comfy because
Cosmo's
he's
like a big baby.
Oh.
Okay, pues. But it's hot, y'all. This week was warm, but yesterday, Saturday, it got to 103 out here. 103, dude. And I went to Fresno. It was 104 over there. It was so darn hot. I can't do it. I can't. I'm giving him a facelift.
You are though, because his face, I'm looking at it, it's all stretched.
I can't do it, dude. I can't do the heat. It's like, it was killing me. I had a headache. I was so tired. It was insane.
I was fine. I know it was super hot. It was really, really hot. But we have AC now. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, but we were out there in Fresno, dude, and it was so hot.
I was mostly indoors.
Even indoors, it was hot.
True. No.
I felt
Because we went to my tia's house, and she's got really good AC.
Yeah, inside her house was good, but then when we were at the clubhouse, because it was my little cousin's birthday party, it was hot in there.
The Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
It was the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. It was so hot in there.
I wasn't in there a lot.
No?
No.
You were mostly at my tia's house?
Yeah. So I didn't really feel it as much.
Mm-hmm.
But when I went outside, I know that air was like so still.
And our family's been living in Fresno for a while now, so they're used to like the 100 plus. But where they draw the line is at the 110s, 115s.
I can't imagine
That's when they're like, yeah, that's real heat. I'm like, what do you mean, dude? Anything past 101, it's all hot. It's all hot.
It's all mush.
It's too much. But they said that supposedly by like 110, that's when they start to feel like your breathing is really like struggling. Because yesterday when it was 104, they were like, it's all right.
It's cool.
And we went to go back to because the clubhouse is like a 5-minute walk from my tia's house where she lives. And we went to walk. I went with her and my mom to go get some more tortillas because we had tacos at the party.
They're good.
We went to go get some more tortillas. We walked. Bro, I was dying. I felt like the water was being sucked out of me. I felt like SpongeBob under the lamp. And she was like, no, yo puedo ir a caminar toda una vuelta en esto. I was like, bro, it is 90 degrees out. Because by then the sun was going down, so it was like 95.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, I can go for a walk right now. I'm like, that's insane.
Nah, dude, nah. I would go out for a little bit, like a tiny little bit, to walk from her house to the little clubhouse.
It's too much. The sun
was hot. It was something else.
The sun was crazy.
But today, I'm tired.
But
we
it's
partied too hard.
I'm so tired, dude. I got like heat fatigue. And all the kids were out there at the pool swimming. And I was like, oh my God, you need to bring them in and get them some liquid IVs.
Well, they're also swimming. The pool's probably cool.
Yeah, but they forget it's still hot. You still need to hydrate.
Oh, yeah.
They forget because they're having so much fun. And the sun was straight on that pool.
True.
They're cool. They feel cool because they're in the water. But they're not drinking water.
Yeah.
So they can become really dehydrated pretty quickly. Especially if they're playing around. But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
it was still fun party. It was a still fun party, but it was way hot. Today, it's hot still, but there's a lot of wind, so that really helps out a lot.
Right now, I went outside, and if you're in the shade, it's fine.
Yeah, I could
tolerable.
sit in the shade. I could sit in the shade and just like chill. But if you're in the sun, you're burning.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, dude, for sure.
Pero
I could put chicken, like a frozen chicken nugget outside, specifically
I could cook my chicken patty out there.
Specifically a dino nugget, and it'll for sure cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could cook an egg out there right now, I think.
You think so?
Yeah. It's on, dude. The heat's on.
Yeah.
Like, this is it.
It's happening. I would be asking, like, when's it gonna get hot then?
Girl!
No, I don't. No, I don't.
It's not even May. It's not even, it's not even summer.
Yeah. Happy June.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month. We made it to June.
We made it to June.
Yeah.
6 months, baby.
Whoa.
Another 6 months. 4 till Halloween though.
I know, I'm so excited.
4 is
Dude,
nothing.
yesterday when I was with my cousin, she was showing me her like. I like looking through her stuff. I just like looking through people's
You
stuff.
like snooping.
I like snooping, but I asked. I
Mhm.
was like, "Can I look through your stuff?" And she let me. She had these cute a bunch of little Halloween stuff. I'm excited. It got me really excited.
Yeah.
Because I was like, "Oh my god!" It gave me ideas of stuff that we need. And now that we're
That we need.
now that we're a little more. I mean, we're pretty much settled in here.
Yeah.
We still have stuff to do.
We're done cooking.
But we're in here.
Mhm. We still need to get I really want to get want to paint the walls. But that takes so much time, and I'm pretty indecisive right now on the colors.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna be green, guys. That's my favorite color. But I want to get some wall art and fill it up. I think it would look cool.
Yeah.
But it's hard. It's hard to find good things,
That's true.
especially because I'm trying to thrift most of it. I think it's more fun. But I'm sorry. Am I making you uncomfortable, my love, sweetheart? I remember he was a puppy, dude.
Yeah, I was tiny. Tan chiquito.
Yeah, he was
I
like the
could pick him
size
up.
of his head.
I could pick him up easy.
Yeah, he's like, ugh.
I think he doesn't like that Cosmos up here.
He's like, ugh, this is my spot.
Because he's trying to like lay on top of him, but push him too.
They're so funny. But yeah, the heat is on, dude. The heat is on. I'm not coming out of my house all summer. This is the way it is. I was looking at the temperature over there in the bay, 75. I was like, that's beautiful.
That's nice.
It's the best.
I miss that.
I do, me too. And we barely started, so keep you updated on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're back with another episode. How was your week?
It was good. It was chill. Nothing new.
Nothing new.
No, just work.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Honestly, yeah. Nothing too
Nothing
crazy.
I was just looking forward to seeing our family on Saturday.
Yeah.
I love getting together with them.
Yeah.
Just chatting it up, seeing what everybody's up to, seeing my little cousins, seeing
that
my
was
little nephew. He's super cute.
Yeah. So freaking
Every
cute.
time I see him,
He's
he's like
bigger.
bigger
Yeah.
and he says more things. He has like more personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He's growing.
we went to my little cousin's birthday party. He had a little he turned 18. He had a marble piñata. It was so
Oh, that was so cool.
He had a marble
Good
piñata.
candy.
And we had good ass tacos, dude.
Yeah.
Awesome. But
Yeah.
I came home early because the boys, they need a break to go to the bathroom. I left late to make sure that they got at least 2 breaks. But I came earlier in the night in order to be able to take them out to the bathroom for their 3rd break and feed them. But you guys got home super late.
Yeah.
Like 2:30, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? I was checking your location like at 12. I was like, sis, you're still out there?
We were. That's why I was sleepy, dude. Because we ended up getting home at 2:30, and then in the whole put your stuff away, catching up, and then I still had to shower. I didn't go to bed till like 4, but I didn't wake up till like.
We woke
11
up late
something.
today too, though.
Yeah, but I was
So.
still sleepy.
I know. It's almost the end of the day again. So we'll go back to. Literally, I woke up and I was like, it's almost time for bed anyway.
Might as well.
Just a couple more hours.
Just do today.
And last night, dude, que llegué, because I only ate 3 tacos because I hit the snacks hard. They had like fruta and chicharrones and like my tia made nieve de nuez. It was awesome. I hit all those snacks. I was drinking fake palomas because I don't drink alcohol. I was eating all those snacks, dude. I wasn't feeling hungry. Then when I got home, I was starving, and I was like desperately looking. Like the only thing I wanted to eat was a cup of noodles. I was desperately looking. Look at this. I was desperately looking for one, dude. Through all the drawers. I was like, "Where's a cup of noodles?" I just ended up eating some chips and salsa.
Había sopa de bolsa.
I didn't see that.
I just touched them today. There was 2 chickens. 2 chickens. 2 chickens.
But something about like, hay veces that I want a cup of noodle. Yeah, hay veces that I want like a sopa, like the bag one. They have different flavors. And this time I really, really wanted a spicy chicken cup of noodle. Yeah, but craving is satisfied. We went to the store and I got one this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was
good.
good. I was just waiting for you guys to come home. I was all worried. I was a worried mother.
though. We're good.
I know, but it's like crazy people out there in the freeway at 2.
Yeah.
It's like a 2.5 hour drive. No, 2 hours.
like 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm tripping. Yeah. But
No, it was like 2.5, I think. No, it was 2 hours because it said 1:59, and I was like,
a minute
59. Yeah.
An hour 59.
Oh, sorry, 1 hour 59 minutes.
Yeah. But This week you got messed up by mosquitoes, dude.
Yeah, dude. It was one day, one fateful
It's because you always go
Friday.
out in shorts.
'Cause
I
it's
told you, don't
hot.
go out in shorts, not to the backyard.
It's hot, and then I'm already wearing it. And Mom was like, "Let's go give some water to the plants." So I just went. I'm not gonna be like, "Let me go put pants on." I'm already here.
You go put pants on.
I'm already dressed. So I
She
just put my
gets like a
shoes on.
super bad reaction to the mosquitoes.
I think I'm allergic to them.
Yeah, you're definitely allergic to like their little juice that they leave on you when they bite you.
So
They're huge, dude. It looks like doctors are trying to grow freaking nipples on you. Like they're like this big and they're red.
did you know tattoo artists actually do that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, that's actually really cool.
Yeah, they make them look like super real.
Yeah, but they'll get people to let them practice on them and then
Mhm.
do a cover tattoo on them, like for free, I think.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's what the mosquito bites
Yeah, that's
look
what
like.
mine
Dude.
look like.
They're so big and red and are they itchy, huh?
Yeah, they're really itchy. They're bad. But Cosmo's laying on that leg right now, so I can't do anything about it.
She's just been trying not to scratch it. I walk into her room earlier and her sweatpants up here and she's like going in. And I was like, "Hey, you need to stop scratching." She's like, "This is private," and shuts the door on me. That was funny. But you
They're
have a
so
really bad
itchy,
reaction
dude.
because I got bit too, and mine are not like that. They're just little red dots.
Yeah, and I used to never get bitten by mosquitoes.
No.
Ever. Like, I'd never been bitten by mosquitoes. And then we went to Mexico, and I was bitten by mosquitoes there. But they got so bad.
Dude,
I was
they're
like, whoa, okay.
they're, like,
maybe,
big and
maybe just Mexico mosquitoes are, like, elite. So
Show
I'm
'em
having
right
some
now.
sort of
Show your-
reaction.
show your
No,
mosquito
Cosmo's
bites.
lying. I was like, maybe they're...
He's really asleep.
Yeah, he's snoring. But then I'm getting bitten by these American mosquitoes.
These damn American
And
mosquitoes.
it's the same. It's such a bad reaction. They get like swollen and hard and super red. and hot.
They look so uncomfortable.
They're
Dude.
uncomfortable.
And she has like 6 of
I
them
have one,
all
two,
over
three,
her
four,
just
five.
calf
Yeah, I have
area.
6.
That's insane.
But it's only one side of my leg, and it's only my left leg.
That's so weird, dude. And keep telling her, "Oh, we bought Centella oil.
I
That's
don't know where
supposed
it
to
is.
help like not have mosquitoes bite
Yeah.
you." But she doesn't know where. She doesn't even use
I
it.
used it once, but then the smell was so strong, kind of made me nauseous, and I was like, I'm
Yeah,
not
but I
gonna use
told
that.
you can put it like on a rag or something and
Yeah.
just carry it with you when you're out there.
Yeah.
But supposedly you can plant like like when you diversify your garden with many different types of like plants that belong to this ecosystem, it can help minimize the amount of mosquitoes
I
there.
think we should do that because I didn't even see them. I didn't even feel them till it was too late. I had no idea they were out there. Also, they weren't biting me for like an hour maybe until the sun started going down.
Yeah, that's when they come out. And I
Yeah.
went back there when I took Oakley to the bathroom after you guys were inside. And yeah, I could feel the mosquitoes on me, but I was wearing pants and I was like, nah, I'm going back inside. It's too
they're out
much.
there. I'll start wearing pants probably.
You should.
What if they could just bite me through the pants?
No, because I wear pants out there.
If
Because
they
I'm like, I'm
really
not trying to
want
get
to.
bit like that. I'm not trying to get sick.
If they really want to, they will. But yeah, dude, I think I'll start wearing pants. I'll look for that oil, put it on a rag maybe,
Mm-hmm.
and then we should plant some more of that. Not milkweed.
I have to look it up. I have to look up what plants would help with that mosquito problem.
Do grasshoppers eat them?
Because that's the thing, when you like biodiversify your land, like when that's your goal with the landscaping, it brings other critters in that I think would eat the mosquitoes. Because right now it's just pretty much dry out there, so there's there are no grasshoppers, there are no like praying mantis. There's bees because there's some flowers, but all those little critters. There's spiders, which would kind of help, but they're not like in the freaking grass, you know.
Yeah.
All those critters will eat the mosquitoes up.
Yeah.
So it's like a natural way of like getting rid of them instead of having to spray your house down.
Yeah, because we had a guy come to the door and I talked to him through
He
the
scared
rain.
the shit out of me.
Yeah. He comes up in like a little hoverboard.
Yeah.
Like we can see him through the cameras. He just parks his hoverboard on the sidewalk and then he comes and knocks. And a fuerzas, dude. That's why I get annoyed with them. A fuerzas. He was like,
The side window was like the blinds were open. Mom and I were in the kitchen. You can see, and he came up to the window. Mom just went into the corner so he wouldn't see me. We both went into the corner. I was like, "Don't let him look at you."
you did?
Yeah, I'm trying to hide.
I think I was outside. I was outside getting some apricots down. Yeah. And then I saw him on the camera, so I talked to him through the camera. He was like, "Oh yeah, I take care of your next door neighbors. I do pesticide or pest control." I think he said they use pesticides. And I was like, "Oh no, we're good, thank you." And then he's like, "Oh, but I could get you a really good price." And I was like, "No, we're good." And he's like, "Okay, but I want to get you set up on a schedule with a really good pricing. Do you have a moment to figure that schedule out?" I was like, "No, we're good.
I'm good."
And then he was like, "Oh, what company do you use?" I was like, "I do it myself. I don't do anything, but I do it myself."
And I buy the spray.
Yeah,
for the ants and the
black
just
widows
like
and
bugs.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then at first he was like, "Oh, but let's." I was like, "No, go it."
I said no.
Next time I'm just gonna be like, I don't even know. I'm gonna be mean. I'm gonna make him cry.
No. She's just trying to get. I think he just needs like a certain amount of signatures or phone numbers to get like his payment. Did we say the story of the guy who was trying to sell?
No, we didn't.
No,
we didn't.
What was he trying to sell?
With the neighbors app?
Yes. What was he trying to sell?
He was, I think, solar panels.
Oh yeah, they always want to sell you solar. I'm like, B, did you not see my roof? There's already solar up there.
But I think they want you to transfer to different, because I've had another person come up here be like, "Oh, I saw that you have solar panels on your roof. What's your true up?" And I was like, "We're good." And he's like, "Oh, but are you paying anything?" I was like, "No, we're good." Like,
dude,
go away.
That's like the thing about like once we've always lived in apartments and nobody came to knock at your doors.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If anything, like the pizza people would just come and leave little things on your handles so you could see and like get a pizza on them.
Yeah.
But now they come and knock and it scares the crap out of me because I'm not expecting anyone to come to my door. And I'm paranoid. I'm hiding. Like I'm not opening the door for anyone. I've seen enough true crime to know better. Especially if it's a man. I'm not opening the door. When we first moved here, it was just me. You and Mom went to go drop off the U-Haul. It was we were so tired from moving that I was laying here on the couch and a lady comes and knocks at the door. She scared the crap out of me. I was already like, who is this lady? So I'm like, it was a woman. So I opened the door, you know? And I thought maybe it was our neighbor because she was dressed kind of casual. But when I opened the door and I saw her, she was wearing like a little polo with the logo of their company she was working for. She worked for like to set up filtration systems for your water. And I opened the door and I was like, how can I help you? And then she started talking to me about like water filtration. But they're so pushy. And that's the thing that like scares me because I'm like, why? You're not coming into my house. Like, no. Like, I don't want you to come in. Like, that's so weird. And she had like the biggest eyes. And I think that's freaked me out even more because she was like opening them like that. And she only blinked like a couple times per minute. It wasn't even like a constant blink. And she had these huge eyes and it was creeping me the freak out, sis. And I was like, okay. And I just took her paper. I was like, oh, es que no está mi mamá. My mom's not home. I don't know. And I just told her to like that we were good, but they came later.
Yeah.
And Mom let him in.
Mom let one in, but it was a man.
I know.
But I was in the garage with at that point we had Cosmo. So I put Cosmo and Oakley in the garage with me. And I thought she was just going to get rid of them. But no, because by then I had set the camera up.
Our mother did.
And she let him in and she tested our water and told us our water was like, it needed a filter or something. And I was like,
this water's fine,
we're
y'all.
fine. We're not going to drink the tap water.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're very pushy. And that, I'm just like, understand. No, I understand you have to make sales. But I'm sorry, go make
I'm
them
literally about to
somewhere.
get a no soliciting sign because that's
Okay, so that's the thing. There was the ring. We have the neighbors app that tells you what's going on in your neighborhood. And I like to look through them, you know, make sure that if there's any lost pups to keep an eye out for them. I love to see the pups reunited with their people. And there was this one post of a guy who went up to their door, rang the doorbell, and was like talking to himself, super casual in his little sneakers and just
That's the
no
thing.
paperwork in his hand,
No.
nothing. And then
He wasn't even wearing a badge. Sometimes they wear like a
Yeah.
lanyard
Yeah,
or their
something.
shirt says the company that they're
Yeah.
working with.
But he was just super casual, and he was just talking. Like, they shared the video on the app. He was just talking.
The people
to
didn't
himself.
open the door.
No, you can talk to them through the. If you have the Ring neighbors, it's probably because you have like a Ring doorbell or something. He was talking to himself
Yeah.
and like saying curse words and something about
Like he was kind of like
PG&E.
practicing the spiel.
No, I don't think that.
No?
It didn't sound like he was practicing what he was gonna say. And then all he says is, "Why would you want to have PG&E?" And then he's like trash talking all that, but he never
He's
says,
hyping
he
himself
never
up,
actually
maybe.
says something about solar panels. Like he never actually says anything like that. And then they answer the door, well, through the camera, and then they're like, "Yeah, what can we help you with?" And he's like, "Oh, how much do you pay for PG&E?" And then they're like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, are you giving them money?" They're like, "No, we're good. We're fine." And then they said, "There's a no soliciting sign there." He's like, oh, "Okay, just wanted to."
He's like,
make
sorry,
sure."
I don't think it's here.
Yeah, he's
I
like,
didn't see it.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, I don't think it's there. It must have fallen."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Okay, that's fine." And then he walks away, and they post a second video of a guy running up to their door with like a ski mask on.
Yes.
Running up to the door.
But it's the same exact outfit, except he has a freaking ski mask on.
Yeah.
All he did was put a
sneakers
ski
and
ma- yeah.
everything. And he just runs up to the door and snatches the no soliciting sign and runs.
And runs away super fast.
And then,
But he had like the creepiest smile on his face.
yeah, the way he was talking.
The way he was like he was serious, and then he just went,
yeah.
and I was like, oh hell no, you do not open the door to people like that.
Yeah.
You don't open the
And
door
then
to
I
anyone.
checked our cameras, and he actually came to our door too.
Yeah, my heart
Like
when you
earlier
showed me
that
that, I was
day.
like, what the hell?
Yeah, but I don't answer the door.
no one was home at that time.
I was home.
You were home?
I just don't answer the door.
Where were you?
In my room.
You saw when he came up to the door?
Yeah.
I thought it was a recording when you were at work.
No, it was a recording because it records when he rings the
I
doorbell.
would have been like, turn off the lights.
But I was in my room.
yeah.
So the boys were with me in the room.
Scary.
I mean, that was before I even saw that post. I just don't answer the- Yeah.
I thought it
was
was
before.
post.
No, I had seen him come up to the door, and then I looked at the post, and I was like, wait, this guy looks familiar. So I go back to our recordings that I'd seen, and he did come to the door, and then he was over there.
Bro, that's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really like being home alone for that reason. I get scared. Yesterday I called my sister. I was like, leave the ring on longer in the garden because I'm out here taking the dogs to the bathroom
The
and I'm
floodlight?
scared.
Yeah.
And it keeps turning off.
I mean, it provides a lot of light now.
But yeah, I highly recommend getting a system like Ring because what was the other one? ADT.
Oh my God.
dude. I tried to like get a quote from them and they're super pushy as well. And they kept calling, and then even though I said I was not interested anymore, it was just way too complicated.
The thing is, you were trying.
This is like adult
we
things.
We called before we even moved here to try to get a quote of like, hey, this is how many doors we have. This is how many windows we have. These are the entrances, the exits. We want this amount of coverage of the property, and we just want a quote. We made that
Yeah.
very clear.
She
And
was
then-
already asking me for my credit card information.
Yeah, they were like, well, okay, what's the address? That's the thing. They were like, what's the address? So we gave them the address of the property so they could, según ellos, look it up and everything and give us a quote of how much they think it would cover to to get all that seen. And by the end of the phone call, where we were going to end the phone call now, she was basically signing us up for a membership.
Yeah, she wanted my credit card information, and I was like, well, you can't just like save my information without the credit card in case I want to come back and get this plan. She's like, no, it's because this is like an offer that's going on right now. And I was like, well, my mom's not home. I don't remember what I said,
hung
but
up.
you just hung up.
You were holding the phone. And I was just
I
like,
felt really bad about that, but I just didn't want to give her my. She was like, "You won't be charged today. Don't worry." I
No,
was like,
but
"Then
the
why do
thing
you
is,
want
like,
my credit card
she
information?"
put another guy on the call. Like, we were talking to like
I don't
two
remember
other
that.
people. We were talking to two people
I don't
at once.
remember that.
Yeah, she put some guy on the call because he was in charge of this thing and she was in charge of this thing. They were like talking to each other, and then we just wanted a quote. And then afterwards, they wanted your credit card numbers, so I hung up. I was like, no, don't do that.
Yeah. You're right. It's better to just get a system like that. The equipment is expensive, but you just pay for that, and then you pay for your subscription monthly. That's it.
Then
It's
they
that
kept
simple.
calling.
Yeah.
They kept sending emails. They sent a guy to the house.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
We weren't even expecting him. We came up from getting groceries, and he's up on the waiting for us. I was like, "Who is that?" And he was working for ADT. And I was like, "Oh, we already got something else. Thank you."
Yeah, and he was
They
like,
sent
"Oh."
him out without us even knowing.
Yeah, apparently we had an appointment. I was like, "What appointment?"
I told him, I was like, "I never made an appointment. All I called was to get a quote."
Yeah. I was like, but I don't know.
No.
Que según that they had an appointment to have him come out, look at the property, and get us set up.
Yeah.
I was like, girl.
That's why I just don't like it's easier to just go with something that you control yourself, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because they just push way too many things on you.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
Like, they're going to be talking to me through the cameras.
Yeah.
What are you eating?
So
You going to work now?
yeah, but that's like adulting things that we had to figure out.
That's when you have to learn to say no. And if someone is insistent and they keep pushing, you keep pushing of no. Like, no is no.
You're
because
right.
back when we were a lot younger, we would just say yes to things like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I used to say yes
Yeah.
all the time to everything.
Yeah.
Like, because I didn't want to be rude.
I could have been recruited for the army, dude.
Not
like,
me.
I would have
They
probably
got-
said yes.
my by then my prefrontal cortex was
developed.
almost
Yeah.
finished cooking. It was like 80% done, so they didn't get to me in time.
I got a text the other day.
You did?
Yeah. Saying like, hey, is this, and with my name.
Porque tú ya estás vieja.
Por eso, ¿para qué me quieren? I got a text message saying, hey, is this, and that's it. Like, and so I was like, yes.
You answered?
Yes, I am. I thought it was for work.
Oh.
So I answered, yes, it is. And then a whole paragraph comes in of, hey, this is Lieutenant, like, whatever. I just want to see if we can chat. I think you have
Where
great
did you put your
potential here."
number?
Probably back in high school.
And they're reaching out right now?
They've reached out multiple times.
Not for me. I don't think I ever signed up for anything. No, because they would come to school. I remember seeing like Marines coming to school, trying to recruit kids. I'm like, we're 17, 16 years old. What are you doing out here? Leave us alone.
Yeah.
They tried to recruit me at BART when I was going to SF State. I remember getting off of BART, waiting for the shuttle to go to campus, and they were tabling right outside of BART because they know that's where everybody gets off to go to freaking school. And he came up to me and he was like, so what are you doing? Like, what are you studying in school? And I was like, oh, I'm just I'm a microbiology major. And they were like, oh, really? What do you plan to do with that? And then I told them. And they were like, oh, the Army can actually help you do that. I was like, They were like, so you don't have to take out loans. I was like, oh, no, I'm fine. Like, I don't have any loans. He's like, oh, are you sure? Like, we can help you out with No, I'm fine. I have to go to class. And I just got back in line with the shuttle. Because they wouldn't shut
I know,
up,
they
bro.
don't. They don't.
And I was like, leave me alone. I'm not going to the Army to get sexually assaulted.
I had one.
I remember they had a lady at Hayward High who went into the Army, and she came in to tell her story. I think it was through Puente class.
Really?
Yeah, they brought her on to tell her story, dude, and she was telling us like, yeah, I was like sexually assaulted in the Army.
Okay.
They
the
did
Puente the Puente people they brought for us, they were all very motivational. Like,
I think they probably did bring her in to be motivational, but she was just gonna keep it 100% with us, you know, that it had happened to her.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was for Puente or something, but I remember they took us to the library and this lady was like saying what had happened to her.
Yeah.
She didn't describe it or anything, but she just said that was unfortunately one of the things that she experienced while servicing.
Yeah.
Servicing.
No, serving.
Serving, yeah. And I was like, well, and that stuck with me. And I was like, no, thank you.
I just don't want to.
You just don't want to.
No. That's it. Like, I had one, I don't even know who he was. I still remember I had a phone call with him because I answered.
I was.
Ahí voy contestando el teléfono again. That lady called me back again, by the way. I just didn't answer.
La
I was
señora,
like, yeah.
the old lady?
Yeah.
She's just
Because
messing
she
with
called
you
me like
this
at
point.
6 a.m.
She's about to ask you if your fridge is running.
Literally. She's just prank calling me now.
Yeah.
The whatever military person called me asking, because I was about to start college. He was like, oh, we can take care of your loans for you. I was like, I don't have loans. He's like, okay, then we can pay for your housing. I was like, I'm going to live at home. He's like, oh, well, we can pay for your books. I was like, no, I get them online. He's like, oh, then we can pay for your food. I was like, no, I'm good.
My mommy cooks.
My mama cooks. And then he's like, oh, but you're going to have to pay for certain things for school. I was like, no, my money went through.
My money
went through. And then he's like, oh, but you can do this in the military. I was like, yeah, but I could do it out here too.
You did not say that.
No, I was like, no, I can do it out here. I'm good. I don't want to. And he's like, oh, but like, it just keeps going. I'm like, I don't want to. I'm good.
Him,
yeah. I was like, I'm not interested. And like, good for you. You did what you wanted to do. I don't want to. And I don't have to.
Yeah.
So I think I'm good. And then he's like, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
They couldn't get you.
They couldn't get me, but he tried.
You had too good of a support system to get caught up.
I was set up. I was fine. I was chilling.
Fine.
Like, I didn't have to, take on something extra. But that's how they get you.
Talking about pushy people. Mm-hmm. Have you seen Quan Mills on TikTok?
Yeah, you showed it to me.
He just popped up on my. For those of you who don't know, Quan Mills, he is. Let me tell you what he calls himself. He's an author.
Best-selling author.
He is a international best-selling author, Quan Mills. He just popped up on my TikTok page. He writes the craziest books, and I don't know if this is real. At first, I thought he was joking, but he has like a TikTok shop and everything. Let me see. I'm pretty sure you can buy his. Yeah, you can buy his books. He has like crazy titles. The first one I ever saw was "Pregnant by a Crash Out Alien from Mars." Quan Mills. He's so funny. He's like threatening us every time he comes up. He's like, "Hi, it's me again, Quan Mills, international best-selling author, Quan Mills."
Someone
He has the craziest titles. There's "My demonic coochie monster ate my pastor," "Pregnant by an alpha werewolf." Oh, this one, the craziest one was, where is it? I got my boyfriend and his dad pregnant or something like that.
What?
He did a Shrek one, "Pregnant by the ogre thug from 63rd Street." I don't know if these are real, but they're hilarious.
He's pushing them out fast though.
He's pushing, dude. He's a machine. He's not real.
He's AI.
He's AI.
It's AI generated.
My baby daddy is a goblin. Pregnant by a zombie dope boy. Like, this is Tyler Perry on crack. I used to love Tyler Perry movies.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Tyler Perry movies?
Which ones are they?
He did a lot of like cheating ones.
Which ones are they?
Tyler Perry. Let me tell you the titles. Not the Medea ones.
What, the movies?
Meet the Browns. Why Did I Get Married? A Fall from Grace. Like, they were so dramatic. He did a lot of cheating ones. I used to be obsessed with Tyler Perry movies.
I think I watched. Oh, did you see Medea?
He did the Medea movies. Yeah, that man.
I think that's the only one I know.
I think he is Medea.
Yeah, I think that's the only one I know.
But yeah, Quan Mills is out there threatening to release more books. Like the craziest book titles ever, and I don't even know if they're real, but they're kind of expensive. It's like $25 a pop.
Oh, dang. Imagine if they are. He's for sure making money like
and
that.
He has like special autographed versions of the books. It's hilarious.
Sometimes you just gotta do something silly. And
he's like too powerful.
Yeah.
He needs to put that brain power into something like cancer research. He would have solved it by now.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
Quan Mills, international best-selling author. I love him. Hopefully he becomes a millionaire off his books.
Save up some
He'll
money
be the
and
next J.K. Rowling.
No.
Yes, and then we're gonna get movies from his books. That'd be amazing.
Oh, for sure.
Did you see that there's gonna be a new Frankenstein movie?
Yeah, by Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah. With Jacob Elordi as Frankenstein.
Oh, for real?
I saw the trailer, but supposedly it showed Frankenstein, but I couldn't see his face. So it's supposed to be Jacob Elordi and ¿cómo se llama? The girl from I'm a Star.
Oh, I know.
Mia Goth.
Yeah.
Jacob Elordi and
Isaac. I want to say something Isaac.
Yes. You have that's his name. I don't remember his last name, but it's all three of them. It's supposed to be really, really good.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know Jacob Elordi was gonna be in it.
Yeah, he's Frankenstein. He's the monster.
Oh, dang. Okay.
So I'm excited to see what's going on with that.
Yeah.
A new movie.
I just saw the trailer
I saw it
an hour ago.
I was like this.
I didn't finish.
I just woke up and I'm watching this trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it looks interesting.
I saved it so I could watch it later. I bookmarked it so I could watch it later.
Your weird ass process. Yeah, but that's Quan Mills, man.
Let's buy one of his books.
He's on my radar
let's
for
put
sure.
our money together and buy one of his books.
You want to go halfsies?
Yeah, let's go
on a
halfsies.
Quan Mills book.
That's how we watched Wicked.
I wonder how it really is.
I wonder if it's actually real.
Because he has so many titles. There's no way.
I've seen a video of him holding the physical copy, and I was like,
yes,
"Is that real?"
I'm like, this is real. Because he sells signed versions.
That's crazy, dude.
He's my favorite. Every time he pops up on my For You, I'm like, yup.
This is why I'm here.
Repost. A bookmark. I'm trying to blow him up.
Yeah, that's probably how it all ended up being, dude.
He's so funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna write a book. I'm
What
gonna be his competitor.
What should we call? What would your books be called?
Probably knowing me something with the Llorona.
La chancla.
La chancla voladora.
La chancla, ¿cómo se dice haunted?
Espantada.
No. Embrujado. Sí. La
Embrujado.
chancla embrujada. It has to be like two characters.
Long, huh? It has to be long. His are very long.
Ya no sé.
Nah.
See, this is why he's so powerful.
Yeah.
Because he's coming out with these crazy titles and I could never do it.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, dude.
No.
Do you see me? I was literally smokes coming out of my brain trying to come up with a title. It's too hard. So, he's a real legend.
He's doing
Quan
well.
Mills on TikTok, guys. Stay
Yeah.
on that. But
Support.
update on the Biebers here.
Mm-hmm.
Hailey Bieber.
The
Hailey
Biebers.
Bieber.
Hailey Bieber.
Hailey Bieber, officially a billionaire.
Yeah.
Yup,
Yeah.
he made it.
That's crazy.
He's like, baby, remember that one time I told you would never be a billionaire? Like my ex-girl, Selena.
Is she a billionaire?
She's a billionaire.
Oh,
She
shoot.
sold her road company to Elf. They
Mm-hmm.
bought it for $1 billion. She's still staying as chief operating officer, COO.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she's a billionaire. She got a crazy deal. I think it's like a couple million per year for the next 5 years or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then she has like stock.
Mm-hmm.
And she's still like creative director or something like that. Yup, she's chilling. And she's in Sephora now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She made it.
She made it,
To
dude.
Sephora.
She's done.
Yeah.
She can divorce Justin Bieber now.
No.
no. She's been rich, but
Yeah.
now, I mean, it's hard to break into the beauty industry because it's so full of many, many different brands.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're big brands, small brands. All it takes is one product to like blow up and your
good.
name's out there.
Yeah.
But it's hard. There's a lot of the same things. Like if one company releases a lip oil, everybody else does. And I'm like, it's almost really all the same thing. Only like they really have to be doing something special to stand out, you know?
I guess at that point it's kind of about the packaging. Like, what does the little container look like? Is it nicer than this one? Does it look more high quality than this one?
Yeah.
Is it something more fun?
I've tried a lot of makeup products and a lot of different brands for like skincare and stuff because I am obsessed and I was way more obsessed, but I'm really trying to like minimize the amount of consuming that I do because I have a lot of makeup that I bought during that time where I was obsessed, and like I'm not gonna get through that, and makeup goes bad.
Yeah.
So it's just like a waste of money. It's fun. I'm not gonna lie, it is fun, but there's just no way to get through all that makeup, sis.
Yeah.
So I'm really trying to minimize. I won't be buying any new makeup this year or like anytime soon. Just like whatever you guys got me some for my birthday, which I really appreciate. But yeah, I mean, you really have to be something special to stick out in that market because it's so saturated with many different brands doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And they kind of like stay up because people are loyal to them.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we've tried the road stuff.
Yeah.
I was up to when it was on TikTok, all over TikTok, like 2 years ago. It was during Christmas time. I think they started having a sale, and I bought the lip peptide treatments that she has, and I bought her milky toner because I was really curious about that because we used a different type of milky toner from Laneige, and this one looked thicker. And it's supposed to be like non-comedogenic or something like that for sensitive skin. So I was very excited to try the peptide lip treatments. And I think I gave you 2 and I kept 2.
Yeah.
And they were really beautiful, but they were grainy. I had the lighter colors, like a pink and a brown, and I gave you a dark brown and the dark berry color. The colors were beautiful. When you put them on, they were beautiful colors.
I bought the like like chocolate looking one, the super dark brown one,
That was separate.
and the berry one, like the berry looking one, the purpley looking one.
We bought a 4-pack and then we split it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
so
then
you
you
got the
got
dark
the
berry and the dark
pink?
brown, and I got a pink and like a lighter brown.
Yeah.
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 So, and I got the toner. They were beautiful colors. The colors were really pretty. I really liked them, but they were grainy on the lips. I remember like putting it on and being like that, and I could feel little bumps. And I was like, well, that happens when they don't blend the formula well. You know, it's not it, or things are starting to harden as they're blending in, and they don't incorporate into the mixture. So I was like, okay, I mean, it's a new brand, whatever. I guess I'll keep using it. It's really not a big deal. But then, oh, and the milky toner, that thing stunk.
Yeah.
It smelled so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't using it because of your rosacea.
No,
I was like, you were scared to put stuff on you. But I put that on my face. I don't know how people use it, or I don't know if mine was bad, but it smelled bad.
Did you
I
only get it
still
once?
have it.
Oh, you still have
Yeah, I still have it. But since the moment I opened it, it felt nice. It was very hydrating. But since the moment I opened it and I put it on my hand and I smelled it, it smelled weird. I did not like it. I know when things are unscented, because all her products are unscented, I know they can have like a weird smell to them because it's like chemicals, right? But this one, it smelled so weird. I put it on my face. I feel like I could still smell it. And it broke me out like crazy. And I was like, I cannot use this. It's almost pretty much full.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I can use it on my hands as a moisturizer. Like a light one.
Yeah.
But I felt bad because I could not use it. I was like, it's breaking me out and it smells really bad. And then later on, as we were using the lip treatments, I think we stopped for a while because
I was always using mine. My
You were
little
always using
brown,
it?
well, the little brown one, the dark brown one, I was almost done with it. Like I
Yeah?
was going through it because I really liked it. Mine didn't come grainy. That's why we're like, why is one grainy but one isn't?
Yeah.
So it's not meant to be like that. It's meant to be like this.
No, yeah. The lip products aren't supposed to be grainy.
Yeah.
Unless there's like
Unless it's
big old glitter
exfoliating.
chunks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mine was good. I was probably more than halfway done with it. And then I opened it one day and I was like, I put it on. I was like, this is weird. This smells weird. Like something smells off. And then I couldn't figure out what it was. And then I smelled the little tube that it comes in. The tubes were actually really cute. I liked the packaging.
I like the
for that one.
packaging.
Yeah, the packaging for that one was fine. Simple, nice, pretty. And I was like, it's this. It's the lip treatment.
It smells like booty
cheese.
hole, bro.
It smells like cheese.
Booty hole. Cheese. Cheese
Yeah.
and booty hole. It smelled so disgusting.
Yeah. It
And
smells
then
really bad.
I smelled your berry color one, and it smelled the same. And then mine started smelling the same. I didn't go through mine that much. I think I only used them a couple times because I
Yeah.
had a lot more that I was using that I liked better. But I was like, I'm never gonna be buying those again.
No.
Never again, because they weren't even a year. They weren't even half a year old,
No,
and
no,
they
no.
smelled like cheese.
Yeah.
Not booty hole.
It smells really weird. And I was like, oh.
They
I wonder
smelled
if it
so
could go
disgusting.
bad or I don't know.
I don't know, because I mean, I have lip products that I've had for over a year and
Yeah.
they don't smell bad.
Yeah.
Like, I will be using it until it's done.
Yeah.
Like, I have what is it called?
Summer
Friday lip balms. Those things could last you till the freaking end of the world. And I'm still using them
Yeah.
and they don't stink.
Mine, I've left one of them, the clear one. I leave it in my car. My car gets cold. My car gets hot. And she's chilling in there.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah.
But the road ones, dude, I mean, maybe she's probably gotten better with her
Yeah.
formulas. I'm
There's
sure.
a phone case for them now.
Yeah, I'm sure she's gotten. She has the. I wanted to try the blushes, but I was like, bro, a cream blush is a cream blush. If I get it here, if I get it over there, it's the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
why am I gonna get the same color over and over? You know, because that's the thing that I'm really starting to dislike about like TikTok, is that they're constantly pushing product, constantly pushing product. I'm like, bro, like, stop it. You don't need the same blush color
Again and again.
from 10 different brands. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the only time I'm gonna be rebuying is when it's done and I need a new one. Like, I'm like for things like mascara
Yeah.
or concealer, because you need to replace
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I would be buying Rhode again.
No, me neither.
Watch me at Sephora
When they
checking
come
out
out.
with my Rhode
Well,
lip
it's
balm in a
just-
month.
I'm sure she's fixed it. I'm sure. But if no one told her.
No, it was all over media, but she
Yeah.
never addressed it.
Oh, okay.
Scooch. Yes.
Last week when I was editing the video, there was a weird glare, and I heard a little girl's laugh.
Stop.
Just
Oh
kidding.
my God. What is wrong with you, dude? You know,
anyway.
I can't do that.
There was a weird glare, but I know it's because of the skylight. But yeah.
That's hella scary.
Spooky.
Stop. Anyway, you're like, anyway, that was crazy. No, dude. I feel like this house is, I don't feel scared. Well, except when I go to the bathroom at night, I am scared. but other than that, I don't feel unsafe.
That's good.
And I think our neighbor, this was her parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
She was telling you. And she said that her dad would have loved that
We live here now.
we live here now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's good vibes only.
Yeah, good vibes.
Yeah, so we're protected.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Justin Bieber learned from his previous hiccup online. All he did was post a screenshot of what Hailey posted on IG in regards to Elf acquiring her company.
Okay.
I mean, he was like, and he put it at heart.
The little hand heart?
Yeah, because he put his foot in his mouth way too often.
Yeah. So I saw a comment saying he'll never beat the allegations that he hates her.
No,
Because the way he talks, the way he acts, it's just not helping. So just...
He was like, let me just be quiet and put
Yeah.
a heart on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, congrats.
Yeah.
$1 billion is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
She's set.
Yeah. You know it's still going to be making money.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
She's probably still getting a percentage of that. So
Yeah.
if you want to make money, you gotta get into the makeup industry.
That's where
But
it
it's
is.
gotta be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or skincare.
Yeah, you gotta get into
Skincare's
that.
where
That's
it's
where the
at
money's
right
at
now.
right now,
Yeah.
and I totally get it.
I splurge.
Yeah,
Just on skincare,
Sephora
that's
was
it.
like my store last year.
Yeah.
This year, I'm just using it for refills because again, I'm trying not to consume as much
But I feel like
unnecessarily. You know.
I feel like I finally found what works for my rosacea, so I'm just sticking to it.
Yeah.
That's it.
My sister had the craziest rosacea.
Oh
dude.
my gosh! Yesterday when I was at my cousin's house, I saw that Cicaplast balm. Dr. Jart,
the green
tiger grass.
Mhm.
I still remember all of that stuff.
I
dude.
bought her the tiger grass balm. It's a green, like a lotion type mask, but it's supposed to, once you put it on your skin, it's supposed to neutralize redness and help even out the skin tone, and it's supposed to be soothing. Tell me why my sister puts that on when I bought it for her, and it's like she wipes it off because it starts burning and it's bright red, almost like a chemical burn.
Yeah, and it hurt. It was hot. It was.
So you can't trust social media because that's where I saw it.
I was like, why am I getting more red? It's not going neutral. So I wiped. You were like, oh no, take it off.
So red.
It was so bad, dude. It was like,
there's many different types of
So
rosacea,
bad.
and
Yeah.
yours was like a painful one.
yeah. I went to the dermatologist, and even he was like, you have a very weird rosacea. Like, it's not the common symptoms. He said he was like, it's very weird.
He's like, anyway.
He was like, you're quirky.
that shit is weird. Get out of my office.
Yeah. He was like, can't fix that.
Yeah, that's too much
It's too
for my
much for
degree.
me.
I didn't go to school for that.
No.
That's and then he was like, you have a lot of open and closed pores.
Yeah. But he did say, he's like, I think you figured out what works for you, so let's just do that. And
Yeah,
I was like, okay,
weren't you gonna say
cool.
anything else? Like,
Yeah.
you gonna say anything else to help me out?
I was like, this could have been an email, sir. Like,
Literally. And you waited so long for that appointment.
I honestly did.
Did he have good skin?
Yeah, he did.
Damn it. Did he have any open or enclosed?
I don't even know because I
Pores?
wasn't analyzing him the way I was like, sir, that's not what I was here to talk about.
I know.
Like, you're
He's
just
like,
attacking
with a
me
little
now.
magnifying glass
Yeah,
all
like
up on your
looking.
face. Oh man.
Sorry. And I was like, that's not what I'm here for, but okay.
That's funny.
But he did tell me, like, don't do anything else. Don't do anything different. Don't change anything as long as everything's working. I was like, cool.
And I was like, I got the perfect thing for your nose, open and closed pores. And my sister was like, no, I can't do
No.
that. It might flare up.
Yeah. He did tell me, like, if you're trying to address a different problem, it might make your rosacea flare, even though that's not where it's
No,
located.
your stuff was painful looking,
Yeah,
sis.
it was bad.
It was so red. It looked itchy. It looked like it burned. She couldn't be out in the sun. You stopped working out because just your body heating up would make it worse. It was constant there.
Yeah.
It never eased up.
The thing with rosacea too, it's so understudied. Well, I get it. It's not life threatening. That's probably
But it's
why.
very uncomfortable, and it's your face.
It's an aesthetic thing.
No, but it's a comfort thing.
But the thing about aesthetics is now it's emotional.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if
that's
you
your
don't,
face. That's what everybody sees when you
Yeah.
come into a room, when you interact
Exactly.
with them.
and that's where rosacea is usually located, on the face. So I was like, he even asked me like, do you have pictures of when it flares really bad? I was like, no, I don't like taking pictures because it's flare. Like I don't want to have pictures of that. But it's very understudied. They don't have a lot of treatments for it. It's kind of just hit and miss, until something helps.
Yeah, what helped you was basically just going on antibiotics.
Yeah, that's it.
She took Doxy for like 3 months
Mm-hmm.
every day,
Mhm.
and it really like almost made
A
it
lot.
pretty much, it's gone.
Yeah, but he did tell me it's for sure gonna flare again. That's rosacea, it never goes away, and then you can just get back on doxycycline, and hopefully you just do another 3-month course, and then see how long you last without it.
Yeah.
Basically, it's just management.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I remember, because I remember knowing a girl in high school who had rosacea, but hers was just like pink cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like really pink cheeks. It didn't look painful or anything.
But also the thing is, I think it's more common in men. It's more common when you're older. It's more common in a certain part of the face that mine is not, and in fair skinned people and like lighter skinned people.
Yeah, you're brown.
And that's just not me. That's why he's like, you just don't fit the person to have rosacea. And I was like, you're telling me, dude.
Well, maybe because it's not like, maybe because my people don't come to the freaking doctor.
Yeah, maybe it's just underdiagnosed in
Yeah.
us then. See, you never know.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, huh?
Yeah, and I was trying to figure out, like, oh my God, what can
Yeah.
I give you to, like, help bring down this burning that's going
Yeah,
on?
because it was itchy. It would burn. You would give me ice packs. I would just hold it. Me ponía sábila. I put honey. It was just
too
not
much,
working.
no.
Yeah.
But now it's good. I
Yeah.
think the antibiotics, unfortunately, just keep taking antibiotics, dude.
Yeah, but it's okay. He said it's okay to take it long term, but I will be doing on and off.
Okay.
Yeah, and it works. It
Yeah,
works.
so-
I didn't have any symptoms with it.
If anybody else has rosacea and can relate.
Yeah, go to the dermatologist and see if you can figure out what works for you, because what works for me is for sure not going to be the exact fix for someone else. That's
Yeah.
crazy, because I watch a lot of TikToks. TikTok is my Google now.
Literally, me
I
too.
TikTok things. I don't Google it. Of what other people were doing, and a lot of people, they did swear like doxycycline is what did it.
Yeah, that's
guess-
so weird, because
Yeah,
why would an antibiotic help with that?
I think it's an autoimmune thing.
It is an autoimmune,
Yeah.
it's an immune response. That's why
Yeah.
your cheeks, that's what causes the redness.
Yeah.
But he said he also had acne with it. But
Yeah,
it wasn't
which is
like
weird.
my acne, because I get cystic acne. Yours was like, if it is, it's just those little bumps that you were getting, like maybe fungal acne. But that's an antibiotic, so I don't understand why the antibiotic would work.
Yeah. He said it kind of looked like rosacea with hormonal acne.
Girl,
But I was like, my
have you
hormones
seen my
were-
no?
They balanced out once I did birth control, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just a
I
mix
don't
of everything
think so, dude,
happening.
because hormonal acne is like insane. 'Cause that's
Yeah.
what I had.
Yeah.
And I still have it, except I take spironolactone twice a day and birth control to like bring those testosterone levels down,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
mine was intense acne. It was so painful. I couldn't put anything on my face. Like I was just moisturizing. I was doing tretinoin también to kind of help with it, but it was just so painful, dude, and I could
Yeah.
not get rid of it
Yeah, dude, I remember.
until I started on medication, because I was like, I was desperate. I can't do this anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to take off my mask. I don't want to go out. I don't want to wear makeup because I feel like it's going to make it worse. But when I finally got on medication, that's the only thing that helped. And I will keep taking it until whenever.
Yeah.
I will never stop taking it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
People are always like, and I tried like drinking teas and eating clean. I think there was like almost a whole year where I didn't eat hot Cheetos, like back in the like 2021 or something.
Yeah.
And because I love chips, so I cut down on that. I was working out. I was drinking my teas. I used to drink like freaking 5 different kinds of teas a day to try and like balance my hormones. I bought a freaking hormone balancing tea that I would have to be at work steeping on that little metal thing. Like I really went above and beyond to try and fix the situation.
We're drinking kombuchas.
I was drinking kombucha. I was eating, taking probiotics. I was eating yogurt. It was all a bunch of stuff.
You
And
were
I was
making us green smoothies.
I was juicing, dude.
You were juicing.
I was juicing at 9 p.m. every
Celery.
day after a walk. Like,
Yeah.
it was intense.
Yeah.
And nothing worked until I got on medication. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just got to take the medication.
Yeah. You always want to try to go the natural way. That's what we always try to do. But sometimes it's too much.
easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy. And also it takes a lot of time. The people who do that stuff, I'm like, props. Because just the juicing alone, man.
Yeah. I remember.
I like drinking my juice, and if I could, I would, but it takes a long time, and I got other things I gotta do.
You used a lot of celery for just a little bit of juice.
I think our juicer wasn't that good either.
Oh.
I really wanted like a good juicer, but those things are like $500.
Yeah. But again, it's hard to figure out what works.
So if you have to get on meds, you have to get on meds.
Yeah.
In the end, like if it's gonna bring you like more confidence, if it's gonna make you feel better about yourself, make you want to go out into the world and live your life, then it's fine.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, as long as it's not causing you any side effects or anything, just do
Always
what works
consult
for
your
you.
doctor.
Yeah.
And see what the best option is for you, of course. You know,
Yeah.
because anything on your face is really, really gonna affect your self-esteem
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. It was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel good.
This week it was also the ending of The Handmaid's Tale,
Oh, yeah.
the show that I've been watching for years. You don't really watch Handmaid's Tale, huh?
No, because
Did you watch anything at all?
just whatever you watched if you were next to me, because it's too real.
It is real.
It's so real. Dude.
Margaret Atwood, the author of the Handmaid's Tale book that the series is based on, she only used circumstances or like events that had happened in history because she did not want people to say, oh, your imagination is so big. Like you're just imagining all these bad things. No, because they're all real things that have happened to women. It was a really good book, and there was a season finale this weekend. I saved the last 3 episodes to watch all on Tuesday because I did not want to be left on a cliffhanger. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen The Handmaid's Tale ending, I'm about to talk about it. Yes, but you're okay with me telling you?
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. It's because I use entertainment to. I know everything that's going on. I don't know everything, but I know a lot about what's going on in the world. I keep myself informed. So entertainment, I want to be distracted.
Oh, you don't want to?
I don't want to be reminded. Yeah.
See, that's why she mostly stays on Disney.
Yeah,
Plus.
I watch a lot of Disney Plus. I watch a lot of like animated movies because they keep me happy.
Or like older shows that we used to watch as kids,
Yeah.
like Teen Wolf and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But basically they overthrew Gilead. They never show us with her child. Like we know that she's gonna continue fighting to get Hannah back, but she doesn't get her back at the last episode. Like she's still working towards that. And I think she will get there, but it's just like, oh my God, like I feel so much every time I see her and she's like talking about Hannah. I'm just like, I feel so bad for her. And I feel like I would be like the ¿cómo se dice? Desesperación? How do you say that in English? Desperation? Is that the word?
I think so.
Not frustration. I don't know. But just like she wants her daughter so bad, and she does everything she's ever done to bring down Gilead is to get her to her daughter. She just wants to have her daughter Hannah back. And she's been through so much, so they overthrow Gilead. Nick dies.
Oh, he does.
I told you he was gonna die.
Oh.
I had a hunch that he was gonna die for sure.
Did that one lady die? The one I told you? I don't remember her name.
Aunt Lydia?
No. Did she die?
No.
Oh, okay.
She didn't die. She ended up helping them.
Yeah, I
She
did
switched
see that part.
around, yeah. She realized, Aunt Lydia realizes that she's not helping these women anymore.
Yeah.
That the system isn't the system that she signed up for, supposedly. She thought like she was helping these women and she was helping the world, but no, she finally saw that they were being oppressed and they were being abused. Like her eyes opened up because Janine, her favorite, Janine suffers so much, dude, like so much, and she loved Janine actually, which is one of the handmaids.
Yeah.
And when she finally realized like Janine has suffered so much at the hands of this regime or whatever, she decides that she's gonna help them in their escape plan, or like their overthrowing plan.
Does Janine die?
No, Janine.
Oh, okay.
Janine gets brought back to, because the U.S. has now taken over Boston or something, and that they're trying to bring back America.
Okay.
So eventually, Aunt Lydia brings back Janine to drop her off there so she can be safe away from Gilead.
Yeah.
And then they also bring her daughter,
Janine's daughter.
Janine's daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, because she had a daughter that she carried from one of the commanders and his wife.
Yeah.
And June is just so protective of Janine. It's almost like it's her sister.
It's not the one-eyed girl. Is
Yeah,
it?
it's the one.
one-eyed girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
After they took off her eye, they removed her eye. They she kind of like lost it a little bit. I think it's just so much trauma. So June felt very responsible for her. So she struggled a lot when she lost her, but then when she got her back and they brought her daughter back, it was almost like a, maybe like a foreshadow to what she, or like a, maybe, I don't know if foreshadow's the right word, for what she wishes she had. Coming back from Gilead with her daughter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I think she's also happy that Janine gets to live that, even if she doesn't get to do it. But Janine gets to be out here and back in America and live with her daughter.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
But I think she sees Janine more like her sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she takes care of her. Okay.
Yeah. So Nick dies, and
Does
also
he die?
he gets on a plane that, ¿cómo se llamaba el este? The old guy with the glasses that's always been helping them. Oh, Joseph. Okay, so after the handmaids attack, all the commanders get together and they're trying to go to Boston or something. I think that's where they're trying to go, and like bring on war to the rebels, to the people who are overthrowing.
Yeah.
And they're getting on a plane. Joseph knows what they're going to be doing. I don't know. I don't remember why he goes and tries to talk to them, but they basically invite him on the plane that is going to be exploded, because that's where they're going to be attacked.
Oh,
That's
no.
where the rebels are going to, that's how they're going to kill the commanders. Because if they don't have commanders, they don't have leadership, it's harder for them to advance.
Yeah.
So the main commander tells Joseph, okay, come with us. Good thing we found you. So he gets on the plane, and June's hiding in like behind a, oh Dios mío. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. So bad. He's like the caterpillar from Bug's Life. Oh my god.
Oh.
Pero yes, he gets on the plane because the commander's like, oh yeah, join us for the revolution. And June's hiding behind a car. Dude, Joseph understands that once he gets into this plane, that's it for him. Like, he knows what's gonna happen because he's been colluding. He's been helping
Oh wait, yeah, the rebels.
June. Yeah. And he just, before he gets on the plane, he looks at June. He's just like, because he knows and he understands, because he's felt a lot of guilt because he helped build Gilead.
Yeah.
He helped write the laws.
Yeah.
He lost his wife in Gilead because, and he's kind of trying to fix the problem that he created, that he helped create, by helping June overthrow them. So he knew what was going to happen once he got into this plane, you know?
Yeah.
So he just kind of holds his heart and just looks at her and like just kind of tell her like, it's all right. This is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And he gets on the plane. Then Nick pulls up in a car. June's still hiding behind another car. She sees that it's Nick and he's about to get on this plane, and she knows what's going to happen to the plane. So, but she cannot let her personal feelings get in the way because it's larger than that. The
Does
bigger
Nick
picture.
know?
No.
Okay.
She stopped telling him what was going to happen after he basically betrayed her, because a couple episodes back, June was planning on attacking a brothel, where a lot of like previous handmaids were working. They're basically sex workers for the commanders, and he was going to get caught by his father-in-law, who's like the main commander. So in order to like throw him off his trail, he told him the plan that June had. So all those women in that brothel killed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She lost all those women.
Yeah.
So she started to realize like, he might be one of the loves of my life, but I can't trust him anymore.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna try to do anything he can to survive, because he also doesn't want to die.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So when she saw that he was pulling up and he was gonna get into that airplane, dude, you could tell, like, she was like, fuck.
I se fue.
Ni modos.
Yeah.
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 So she lets him get on the plane, even though she knows, and she has like flashbacks to their love. But I mean, he would have betrayed her again and again.
Yeah.
So at least she has their daughter that she gets to have.
She's looking forward.
That, yeah, and she does all of this for her daughters.
Yeah.
She does all this for her daughters so they can have a better life. And then the plane takes off and it explodes. Yeah.
Dang, dude.
But she just sees it fall down. I felt bad for Joseph, but he understood that it was a sacrifice he needed to make.
Yeah.
Or else he would throw off. He would like alarm the commanders, and it would all be done.
Yeah.
You know. So that happened. I just think it's crazy how Serena helped build a whole world, all because. Right, Oakley? Mm-hmm. I know.
He understands.
Exactly.
He watched it.
He watched it with me. I know, buddy. She helped build this whole world with the goal of having a child.
That's it?
She just wanted to have a child.
Yeah.
And she wanted to bring fertility rates up, and to clean up, because like America was so messed up with their water system and everything. But I think she basically did all of that because she wanted to have a child.
Okay.
It was like, because she could not get pregnant.
Yeah.
And she was willing to like put herself down and let her husband guide her, because she was also a strong woman. Mm-hmm. She was smart. She did all that just to have a child, and that's how she ends. Like, she has her child in the last episode. She has him with her, and she's telling him, like, because they've lost everything. She's basically like at a halfway house, like at a shelter, trying to see where she's going to go next with her child. And she's just holding him and saying, like, you are all I wanted. You are my gift from God. You are all I ever wanted. You are all I will ever need.
Is this the lady who was, I don't know where they were together, and she's like trying to get away with her kid?
Yeah, but that was, okay. June was her handmaid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I know who you're talking about then, yes.
But she's holding her baby, and she's like, you are all I wanted. You are my gift from God. You are all I need. It would just be you and me, and that is okay. Mm-hmm. We have each other. That's all. You are all I ever wished for. Okay. So it's like, that's all she ever wanted. And she helped build this world that like oppressed her and oppressed all these women, all because she wanted a child. Okay. So she helped build all of that for that reason. In June, she brings it all down because she wants her child. Okay. So it's like the love of a mother, dude. Yeah. Like, it's gonna build and it's gonna destroy. Yeah. Because it's that strong. Yeah. And I was like, damn. That got me. The tear. Anyway, literally, I'm like, June destroyed Gilead because she wants her daughter back so bad. Because no matter what, it will never be enough. Yeah. She has her other daughter, and she has her husband, and she has her mom, which she was able to reunite with. But she can never live in peace until she gets her other daughter back. Mm-hmm. And she, like, basically they hint at that she's going to keep going.
Is this? Oh, this is the season finale, not the series finale.
No. Okay. No, series finale. Series finale.
It is a series
it's done.
Finale.
Yeah.
So we might not see. Wait,
we're never gonna.
Have you watched the last episode?
Yeah, I finished it.
She doesn't get her daughter back.
No, she's up in the house that she used to live at with the Waterforce, Serena.
Yeah.
Serena.
So, yeah.
And it's all burned down because in like season 3 or 4, the house burns down. And she's walking by that neighborhood, and she goes into the house just to like look at it and see it all burned down. And she goes into what used to be her room, and basically earlier in the episode, two of her mom and her husband basically told her, like, you should write your story. Oh. You should write this, like, a book about what happened to you, you know? And she's kind of hesitant about it, but as she's walking through that house, she goes into the room that used to be hers when she was a handmaid, and she has a recorder, mm-hmm. and she just clicks it, and she starts. I think what she says into the recorder is what the first lines of the first episode are. Oh shoot! Yeah, so that's cool. She is gonna be writing her book, yeah. And when she's in that room, she kind of like just imagining her holding her daughter's hand again. It's so sad, dude. That made me so sad.
Well,
It was a good show. It was too real, honestly. I mean, it was important. It was a good show.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Moss, she's a really good actress.
that's the person who played June. Okay. I saw her in The Invisible Man. She was good.
That movie was crazy.
That movie was
That
crazy.
movie was crazy. Watch The Invisible Man.
Yeah, that one was crazy. She was good, and
She's
really
a great
good,
actress.
yeah.
She's a Scientologist. I've said that before.
Oh.
Yeah, she's born. I think she was born into Scientology.
Oh.
But yeah, dude, it was crazy. I feel like a little bit like everybody got what they needed, you know?
Yeah.
Like all the characters ended up how they needed to be. Janine, who suffered so much, she finally gets to be with her daughter. That's all she wanted as well, you know?
Yeah. It's kind of cool that they don't get the happy ending for the main character.
Mm-hmm. But
Being,
it's working towards what she wants.
But it leaves her alive and able to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to keep it going in your head, she got her daughter.
Yeah.
Basically, you do the ending.
Yeah, because
However you want.
the Handmaid's Tale book is just supposed to be like a diary of a handmaid.
Okay.
They took basically like the first season, the inspiration from the book. After that, they build on it. It's their whole world.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole new
Whatever
world.
they made it, yeah.
Because in the book, she never sees Moira again,
Who's that?
which is her best friend, which she does see in the show again.
Okay.
Because she was a handmaid as well. She never sees her daughter. She never sees her husband. All that stuff doesn't happen. But in the show, she does.
Okay.
But yeah.
They see it's like showing you can finish it however you want.
Yeah, it was a really good show.
Yeah.
I recommend that you watch it whenever you feel up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, probably not.
no, it's too dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of those that I will rewatch maybe once a year.
Okay.
I really liked it.
Okay. I watch a lot of fiction.
Yeah, you do.
It's gotta be fake.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta know it's fake.
You're like,
I used to believe the lost tapes.
Dude, Lost Tapes had me on a chokehold when I was a kid. I was
Yeah.
so scared. I really remember the video with Sasquatch, with the guy that ends up hung up on the tree. What is that one? The Komodo dragon one?
that one too.
That one scared the dude. I used to be terrified of the Loch Ness monster when I was a child. And there was a Lost Tapes episode of the Loch Ness monster. Is this guy out on his boat? He's recording.
It was a woman, no?
Was it a woman? I don't
was a
remember.
woman,
It was
I
a
think.
person out on a boat. They're recording. They're hearing some strange sounds, and the episode ends with an. This is how I should have known it was fake, but it wasn't clicking. I was like 10. The episode ends, I think, with an aerial view of her ship, and under it is a shadow of a huge monster.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember these. The ones that stuck with me were La Chupacabra.
Oh my god, that one too.
The
That one was too
Oklahoma
real though, because
octopus?
there was people crossing the border, and
With the video.
you can see the bites.
Was it the dad? They had a little girl with them. I don't remember who was recording, but it was a whole group.
Mm-hmm.
Chupacabra.
It was a little girl, yeah.
Yeah, I remember there was. I think she was the only one that made it.
Yeah,
She
and it was
the
the
one that
border
survived,
patrol that came to
that
get
picked
her or
up.
something.
Yeah, and then the camera gets like picked up. Or
Dude,
something.
that's how I should have known
Yeah.
it was fake.
Um,
What the heck?
The Oklahoma octopus with the teenagers. I think it was like a group of.
I
3
don't
or
remember
4.
that one.
They're like stranded in the lake, and the lake has the octopus that ended up coming in from the ocean, and it grew. It was like huge. under there.
What?
Yeah.
I do not remember that one.
They were like, how is there an octopus and it's not salt water? They're like, oh, it acclimated, whatever, you know, it acclimated to the. They can be in both. I can't sabe.
Yeah.
They had their explanations, you know. Those two and the Komodo dragon one.
The Sasquatch one though,
Mm-hmm.
that one scared me. Yeah, the guy's like screaming,
Yeah.
and then he gets hung up, and you just see the camera go upside down.
Mm-hmm.
But it was lost tapes. In my head, it was real. These tapes
Yeah.
were lost, and they found them, and
Yeah.
now they're putting them on TV.
Yeah.
Animal Planet was wild.
Fatal Attraction was on there too.
I never saw Fatal Attraction.
It's where they have pets they're not supposed to have, like tigers or certain types of spiders, or you know. So, Fatal Attraction and 1,000 Ways to Die.
Oh my god, 1,000 Ways to Die traumatized
Yeah, that
me
one was
too.
crazy.
I think all TV traumatized me as a child because I was too gullible, so I believed it. I remember the lady who had those reverse tables to like decompress your spine, and she had these huge boobs.
Yeah.
And when she flipped, there was no one there to help her, and her boobs suffocated her.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
And then the guy who liked people, no, I don't remember what happened.
Oh, the person who ate hair, like kept eating their hair, and then that's what ended up killing
That's
them.
like real,
Yeah,
for sure, for
yeah.
sure. There was
took
one.
a lot of things that were real, a lot of things that were fake. You do.
There
know
was
what to believe.
graphic.
Yeah, it was very graphic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one of a girl who was in an eating contest. She was eating hot dogs, and like this, she's like making out with this guy later or something, and then she pukes, and like a hot dog gets stuck in his throat, and he chokes
Oh,
out.
that's not
Do you
real.
remember that?
No,
No,
no, that's not real.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
What else was there? There was a lot of 1,000 Ways to Die
There's a lot of
episodes.
stuff, yeah. The one that stuck with me, I don't even remember what show it was. I don't think it was Fatal Attraction, but it stuck with me. That's how I became scared of like black widows, which you should be scared of them. They're deadly.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a kid.
Are they deadly?
Yeah. If it bites. you.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, there's antivenom for it.
Yeah, yeah.
But
You
if
can-
you
you
don't
can
get
survive,
antivenom,
yeah.
if you don't
Okay,
get
okay,
it,
okay.
it's probably gonna kill you.
Yeah.
He put his foot. I don't remember if it was his sock or his shoe, but he put his foot into it, and a black widow was in there, and ended up biting him, and he got really sick. He said when the antivenom.
He didn't know what it was.
No. The antivenom wasn't available where he was. I think they had to go all the way they were in the US. They had to go all the way to Mexico for it, and the dad was like trying to get across the border to get this antivenom and get it back to him. And there was like the traveling was weird, and I think they wouldn't let it come back in, and I think eventually they got it to him, but that's why I was like, I have to check your shoes before you put your foot in. Because what if there's a black widow
That
in
one
there?
stuck with you.
That one stuck with me.
Because you do that
I always
every
check my
single day
shoes.
before we get into the garage.
Yeah, I always check my
That's
shoes.
funny.
Yeah.
The other show that also I used to watch was Monsters Inside Me.
Yes,
Yes.
I forgot about
And that one did change me because I don't go barefoot outside. There was a guy who got a tapeworm or something from walking around barefoot. And now whenever I see people barefoot on the street, I'm like, fuck, y'all are crazy for that.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that. That's like the one that stuck with me. Like, I will not be walking barefoot outside ever.
What were we watching?
I think that's why I also don't like shoes in the house. Because I'm like,
Oh.
shoes touch outside, and outside is disgusting. Yeah,
Oh, I
but
see,
that
I see,
one,
I see.
there were a lot of shows. Other than that, I used to watch a lot of TLC. I was learning on that channel for sure. I used to watch Say Yes to the Dress, Cake Boss.
Oh, I used
That
to
was my
watch Cake Boss,
show.
yeah.
Long Island Medium.
Oh yeah.
My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding.
I
What
know
else
which
was
one.
that? No, it was crazy.
I watched like Cake Boss. I think I stuck on Cake Boss.
Cake Boss. I was obsessed with Cake Boss.
Yeah.
But now that when I got a little older, I realized like they're not even baking any cake. The bottom is cake, but the rest is just Rice Krispie and fondant.
Yeah.
You know, you're just
Yeah.
sculpting at that point, which is cool, but
Yeah.
it's not like you can't. Fondant doesn't taste good.
Not really.
It's kind of like just
Yeah.
like
I've only had it
bland,
once, I
yeah.
think. It's just sugar.
yeah. I didn't like it, but Cake Boss was cool. I heard when people go to the bakery over there though, the bakery is not that good.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
That's what I've heard.
I watched. They popped up on my TikTok,
Mhm.
like videos that people clipped and turned it into. You could go watch.
He's
the episodes.
super rich.
Yeah, he's got money. It sounds very scripted.
I think it's because when you're a child, you just believe in everything.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I didn't think it looked real.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But a lot of está roncando.
that's insane.
A lot of the episodes, in my opinion, I don't know if that actually. That's how they talk, but it sounds scripted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
I never even realized. I can't go back to watch it because it's gonna ruin my memories.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna keep it like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, but those were the channels, man. When times were and the people who were in love with inanimate things. Oh, and extreme cheapskates. I remember the family that used to share the bathwater with the mom bathing last. I remember the people who wouldn't use toilet paper. They only used rags, and if it's just pee, they ain't flushing.
God.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
No, they were those shows are crazy.
Okay.
Lastly, we're gonna be talking about My favorite couple. Christian Nodal y Angelita Aguilar, my bestie, mi
Your
comadre.
bestie.
She's my comadre, dude.
Yeah?
We go way back.
Uy.
But like we're not really related because she's like half Argentinian and I'm obviously not. Yeah, pero
Good morning.
there was an interview between Nodal and this guy. Nodal was getting interviewed, and he's basically talking about when he met Angela and how even he knows it's bad.
Maybe he didn't wanna say it.
He didn't want to say it, but
Yeah.
the interviewer was like, "No, don't be scared. Don't censor yourself. Just say what you need to say." And I was like, "Bro, you set him up." But nah, he's a creep. Anyway, he basically talks about how him and Angela worked together the first time, how it all went down. The first song they ever collabed on was Dime que tú quieres, I think. Yeah, I think that's the name of the song, Dime que tú quieres. And Nodal wrote it. He was inspired by a song that Juan Gabriel sang with Rocío Dúrcal, which was kind of like a little flirty song when they go back and forth. So he tried to be inspired from that to write this new song, and he sent it to Pepe Aguilar to check it out, see if he liked it, and that he wanted, and told him basically, I want to do this one with your daughter. And Pepe Aguilar liked it, and he approved. At this moment, Angela was 13 and Nodal was 18. So very big age difference. And even he knows like this is some weird stuff. He said like, oh, va a sonar malo what I'm about to say. He's like, it's gonna sound bad. What I'm about to say sounds really bad, but it's not. He basically says that's the weird part. When he said this, I was like, oh my God, what is he saying right now? He said, oh, sí, me gustaba. Estaba bien hermosa. Like, I liked her. She was beautiful. This girl is 13 years old, man. What kind of 18-year-old finds a 13-year-old attractive?
Yeah.
That's sickening. Never in my life, dude.
And he knew it.
And
That's
he
why
knew
didn't wanna
it.
say it.
Yes. But I'm like, and he basically did the song because he wanted to work with her and he had a crush on her. And that's basically where it all started. That's where they met. And I've seen that clips of that music video. He looks older. For sure. He's 18 and she looks fairly young. A little older than 13. I think it's because of the makeup they put on her. But she's a child. A 13-year-old is a child. My cousin is 13. No, I don't have any more 13-year-old cousins. But I've seen 13-year-olds. Never in my life. That's insane. But yeah, everybody was like, whoa, this is... So it's like it shines a different light on the situation because Angela is still 21 years old, you know? No excuses. She's still a brat. But
Yeah.
her ended up married to this man, like, what's going on there? Was she like groomed, or what's this situation about?
Christian Nodal did mention that he became aware that Pepe Aguilar made it a rule that Christian and Angela couldn't cross paths.
Yeah.
If they were like in the same whatever, creo que eran jaripeos que hacían.
Yeah, if
Algo
they were
así.
presenting together.
If they were going to be presenting in the same place, they would have to take alternate routes. Like if he was going to be walking this way, the route for her had to be the opposite way.
Yeah.
And they couldn't cross paths. Why?
He knew.
He knew.
Because Nodal was famous. He was already
Yeah.
big at that point.
Yeah.
So he's a womanizer, probably.
Yeah.
He knows what the industry is like. He's been in there his whole life, Pepe también.
Yeah.
You know?
And as a dad, he's paying attention to who's around his daughter. He knows who's looking at her a certain way.
Which is a
And
good
then-
thing.
Yeah, as he should. Well,
Yeah.
he did what he did it that way probably to make sure that this 18-year-old didn't cross paths with his 13-year-old because an 18-year-old is looking at his daughter like that.
Yes.
So he did what he had to do. That's fine. Nada más que pues terminaron juntos de todos modos.
No, sí, porque they're that when I saw it, I was like, girl, they should have
Even-
stayed.
Christian Nodal was like, I knew he was attracted to her.
That's gross.
So he made everybody else think like, oh, the reason I give her attention is because of her talent. Because she's talented.
He kept saying that.
So it's like, it's wrong.
And I know she's talented. I remember seeing, and before I ever had any beef with before I ever had any beef with her, like I thought she she sung beautifully, you know? Mm-hmm. I've seen the song she had with her dad. I heard that song. I thought it was beautiful. I saw when she sang Malagueña. Oh. I saw the video where she sang the Malagueña at like a music award show, and I was like, whoa, she sings really beautifully. But then lately I've been seeing some posts of her and she's like screaming her head off and it sounds ridiculous. Oh, because choking off. Mm-hmm. Choking right now.
It's okay.
And I'm like, it sounds horrible. What's going on there, sis? Have you seen those?
No, I haven't seen them. In my head, her voice is always nice. I've always said that.
Pero es que siento como que she's turned very, look at, had to take a little break there. Oak started choking out on me. But yes, I don't know what's going on with her singing, but it's off.
I don't know what she's singing recently. Maybe it's not her style.
Apparently she dropped a new album.
Oh.
I'm not going to listen to that. But I mean, it's gone very nasally. I'm not a singer, but I do listen to stuff.
Yeah.
And it's gone very nasally, but I don't know. I feel like she's trying to do like an image cleansing type look thingy. She got hair extensions.
I always saw her
she's going on interviews. She's trying to sound like very humble when we know, I'm sorry, she's not.
No.
She was saying some crazy things. She was basically comparing herself to Selena.
No.
Stop.
No.
Y le dice señora. Selena was 23 years old when she died.
Yeah.
When she was murdered. Señora.
No.
Yeah, it's insane.
She died young.
She was a muchacha.
Yeah.
You know, she was a young girl.
Recognize that she was taken from us too soon.
Yeah, I'm like, Selena, and you are nothing like Selena. I'm sorry. No.
And to be respectful,
have some respect for my girl
don't
Selena.
Compare yourself to her.
Yeah.
Like if you want to be your own person.
She's like, imagínate que yo tratara de contar como ella o si ella tratara de cantar como yo, pero yo ya no había nacido de entonces. Cállate. Sometimes I feel like she just needs to think before she talks.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to, when you come up with a thought, just pause for 2 seconds, think, and if it still doesn't sound stupid, then you can say it. Because she'd be saying some dumb things. I'm like, girl, what are you saying? And it makes her like, yes, she could have been Mexico's sweetheart. She sings beautiful.
Yeah.
From the music that I've seen recently, I don't know what's going on. She sings great. Obviously, she's had training. She had the potential to do that, especially because I don't really see like younger people singing regional Mexican music, you know, except for her cousin, who sings beautifully as well. Mm-hmm. But it's mostly like when I listen to Mexican music, I listen to other artists that are much older now, kind of like what mom listens to, you know, that we grew up with.
Yeah.
But así como música like de banda y así, they're all older.
Yeah.
You know, so like to have like a strong, you know, Mexican singer woman who sings regional Mexican music is beautiful. There's also like ¿cómo se llama? Tenemos como Aida Cuevas. She sings beautiful, pero ya está más grande, you know? And it would have been cool to see her be that, but sometimes the things that she says, it just pisses me off, dude. And the fact that she was like, actually, I'm like 25, or I don't know what the percentage was, but we're Argentinian. I'm like, girl, then how are you going to be putting on your album? Like, it's almost like you don't want to be 100% Mexican because that's not good enough for you. Yeah. And she wants to say, actually, we're 50%, or I don't know what percentage she said, Argentinian. Kind of to like dilute her percentage of Mexican when that is what she profits off of. That is what her entire family profits off of. Yeah. Being proud to be a Mexican person in your Mexican culture. Y sus pinches albums dicen 100% mexicana. How are you going to say that and be like, actually, I'm 25% Argentinian? Yeah. Like, girl, get it together. Like, you need some PR training or something.
Yeah.
So now she's coming on to this interview trying to be humble. I'm like, okay, you fumbled. I'm sorry. I'm never going to follow you. No. You know? And when I do listen to Mexican music, it's old. It's older stuff.
People who were
But that like Mexican brought a whole new viewpoint on with the whole thing that Nodal was saying. I was like, that is odd.
Hey.
That's mom.
That's mom. Hi, Mama.
That is
No.
very odd
Yeah.
that he said something like that.
Yeah. And he knew he shouldn't have.
Yeah.
He obviously thought about it, but he still said it.
Mm-hmm.
Very dumb.
Yeah, pero yo qué sé.
Pero
Yo,
cada
¿quién
quien.
soy yo? ¿Quién soy yo? Cada quien lo que quiera. You know, in the end, she still got her parents. I mean, who could, you know, Pepe still got her back.
Yeah.
You know?
They still got married. They're still together.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm just a hater from my green couch with my boys. Yeah, but I think that's it for today.
Yeah.
Cosmo woke up from his nap, so
yeah.
it's time to go.
We've just been here because he's been asleep.
Yeah, we were just killing time until he decided to
Until
get
he
up.
woke up.
Look at him. He's such like a little baby. You know when little babies wake up from a nap and they're just like
All disoriented.
all disoriented, staring at everything, being cute.
He's breathing deep.
He's got a booger. He's leaking.
Oh, sweet boy.
Le pegó un aire.
No.
Le pegó un aire, dude. Le hubieras puesto su cobijita.
Honestly.
Nah, but thanks for joining us for another episode.
Another good one.
Thanks for joining us for another episode. And have a good week. Stay safe. Do not open the door for anyone.
Yeah. Say no.
Say no.
You don't need it.
Don't need it. Don't get ADT.
Do not get ADT. They're
It's
pushing.
too much of a hassle. Get Ring instead. Or anything else that is easy to install
Yeah. It's not hard.
and control.
Yeah.
And stay safe.
Stay humble.
Stay humble.
Like Kendrick Lamar
Don't be
said.
liking 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
Don't.
No.
And we'll see you next week.
If you think it's wrong, it probably is.
Yes. Yes.
So don't say it.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Okay. See you next week.
Bye.